Okay, well then shall we make the switch over? So everyone, as I'm slowly getting rid of the starting soon images, help me to greet our very special guest this evening, Yuikai-chan! Yay! Welcome, welcome!
Oh, hello!
Hi, hi!
Hi.
Welcome! And another big surprise is she helped me with my technical difficulties. So you can actually see her move! And it's actually proper interview style. So welcome!
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
And thank you so much for coming.
Oh, wait, something. Something.
Something, okay?
Sorry. One. Okay, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and okay. I'm good.
Hey! Yui's with us in the present! Hey!
Yes. Thanks for having me once again.
Of course, and thank you so much for agreeing. And so, now, I recently, well, actually, I won't spoil. I'll have you. Could you tell us something about why I am talking with you today? Like, how come I consider you a musical VTuber or a musician VTuber? What's your instrument?
Well, it's so funny. Basically, I don't consider myself much of a musician. I'm more of like a casual player. And I only play mostly the guitar. So my guitar could let me just magically summon it out.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Hey!
This is my guitar clone. It's my actual guitar. It's a real guitar. This is my real guitar. It's actually a Taylor 614 CE 2015 edition. So
Nice.
But that is This is my actual second waifu. My first waifu being my on my anime waifus, but this is like my second waifu. But because this thing has a very deep meaning to me, because this was it's an expensive gift from my parents from the last time that they were together. It's like kind of like a farewell kind of thing.
Oh no.
In a sense. So this guitar has a very strong place in my heart. So since then I've been playing the guitar on and off pretty often to just basically de-stress and chill with my guitar clone. And basically I think about 5 or 6 years of playing guitar, and being then led me to be able to be more confident to like dare to perform for people.
And I have heard you play a couple of times, and I'm always like so impressed by like I don't like using the word talented, because I feel like talent is just something that you kind of have, but skill is something that you develop. So I want to say you're incredibly skilled at the guitar, and I've heard it on several occasions, and I always love it every time. But yes, so yeah, I think maybe the first time I heard you play guitar was I think once was like a practice stream, like you were just kind of chilling for fun, and you're like, I might as well just stream this. That was a long time ago. And then I think the next time after that was like on one of our karaoke collabs, because we couldn't figure out the lag, or like how to get rid of the delay. So you're just like, I'm just gonna accompany myself, and then you even accompanied Yuzuya, and I thought that was amazing because there was so much delay between the two, and you're like, just keep going, I don't even care, and you matched up beautifully. I was so impressed.
I was accounting for the delay by actually playing forward. So I'm like, I had to. Oh my god, it was tough.
Oh my gosh, for that I was so impressed. That was amazing, and I loved it.
Thank you.
When I thought about doing these chat interviews, I was like, we got to get Yui in here. She is.
Oh my god, thank
you are a musician. Don't say you're not a musician. You definitely are. Whether it's casual or anything like that, musicianship is something that you have, you know, in your heart, right? It doesn't mean like you have to be a professional or anything. So I absolutely.
It's also because maybe my family line, or at least my dad's side, a little low for me, but my dad used to be a full-time musician as well. And,
oh, that's so cool.
He traveled around the world to play in a band. Apparently his band was really long in Singapore back in the 1970s.
Oh my gosh.
They even went to some kind of like Princess Palace to ever play once. So like I could maybe his musician blood passed on to me just a little, but I wasn't confident at all because I think some people know, I've mentioned a few times that I have a stigma to myself. It's because when I was younger, in school, basically one of the teachers kind of like put it to my face that I shouldn't perform or sing at all. And that left me a lasting impression. So I literally didn't sing after that. Like, I didn't dare to really sing alone or to anyone for like good 5 or 8 years.
Oh my gosh, that's so mean.
Yeah, it really, even until now, I still have that stigma pushed upon myself.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Get over. Yeah, so yeah, this kind of things that childhood kind of like hurts, you know. And that's fine. I'm getting over it thanks to everyone. Thank you guys, really.
I think that's so wonderful that, like, I mean, because, you know, once again, musicianship is from the heart, and I love that despite that stigma that you had towards yourself, like, you've been trying to overcome it, like, with that in mind. Obviously, I never heard the story until now, but knowing that you still sing for people, you still play your guitar on stream, you still, like, and not even in a performance mode, you're just like, I'm gonna practice right now. Y'all wanna hop in? And it's so wonderful to see that, even if you don't feel confident about it yourself. That's so important. I think it's wonderful.
And actually, I didn't even dare to do anything prior to all this. I was normally just a closet musician. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Closet musician?
A closet musician, kind of, yeah.
Come on, the closet, just yet, you know. but yeah, I was a closet musician for a longest time, ever since I got the guitar kun. And it was thanks to VR chat that I started to perform in VR chat to small practice runs with like 1 or 2 people that I could confide in. Some of them is Mr. Free and Zai. Both of them, they were there when I dared to even try practicing and singing. And I got my bass confidence thanks to them. And then they told me that you should try and like go to a public wall and sing or something and just like entertain them. Then they literally put my ass over to a public wall and make me do something, and that's how I managed to develop a small confidence for myself in open mic night. Yes, thanks Free, thank you Free and Zara. You guys give me my base confidence, really.
Oh, that's wonderful. Humble open mic night beginnings. Oh, that's so sweet. So is that something that you continue to do today?
No, that kind of extended to the stream, so it become open night on streaming or music practices in stream. I rarely go in the VR chat these days, but instead I take it into stream. So I never could have imagined that from 1 or 2 people listening to me to maybe 4 or 5 or 10 in an open mic night, and then finally over like a 3-digit number hearing me sing. It's really touching for me.
Oh, Patsy, of course. Absolutely. And I know, you know, from personal experience that I love your music and your singing is adorable. So it's worth the 3-digit views.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So
I realized I heard you sing as well. Like, holy crap, you have that like opera voice. Oh my god, that musical voice that could be in any Disney movie. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, no! It's such like a limited range. I just have one voice.
Why is it singing? limited range. Oh my god. You are freaking amazing yourself, honey. My god.
Oh my goodness.
You should give yourself more credit.
Oh, girl, I don't... I could never go into, like, a VR chat public world and just perform like that. Like, oh my goodness, just thinking about that makes my tummy...
It's time. Then get in VR chat world and get accompanying music and then go and just belt it out, yo. Woo!
I might need a couple of drinks in me first. That'd be super fun. Apparently, I feel like you're right, you know? Apparently drinking helps. Oh, I bet.
It helps me overcome a limitation and just like be able to perform better.
I totally believe that because you loosen up. Now your vocal cords are loose and you're not overthinking too much and anything like that. So I totally get it.
I do too, you know, but apparently some of my Discord, only like a few people in my Discord will like believe me. They keep thinking because I just love drinking and I don't love drinking.
No, it helps so much.
Something that it helps. You have no idea, you guys. I have no idea how much that helps me as well.
Honestly, though, I'll vouch for you. I'll fight for you.
Thank you. See you guys, fellow. See?
That's right. Listen.
Singer. See?
Yeah, listen. Alcohol helps. It's not recommended to everybody, but it helps sometimes, you know. Truly.
You heard it here, guys. Alcohol helps. Okay.
There you go. But
Thank you so much.
Oh, of course. I'll vouch for you anytime. Now you said that you've had your guitar for a really, really long time, and it was a gift from your parents. So did you ever take lessons with it, or were you just like, I'm gonna go like do my own thing with this guitar? I'm gonna sort of teach myself, or?
Okay. I took 6 lessons. By 6, I mean I went to class 6 times and then I decided this is not good enough. I'm doing it on my own and I left. because when I went in there, I already had the basics from my dad. He taught me the basics 4 chords. Then when I went to class, I felt that the pace was so slow that I couldn't enjoy myself. They're all learning things and they're picking up things a bit too slow, so I decided to eat out and just learn on my own because it's not because they're slow, it's because they didn't invest the proper time into it. Because when I started out, it's about the time investment. It's better you're dedicated to performing or practicing. And someone like me back then, I was so crazy. I would practice 8 hours a day. It's like I felt that everyone doesn't match up at all. They clearly they don't even invest maybe 1 hour a day and they hope to improve. So,
oh my goodness.
So yeah, you can tell the difference. So it's not about being pro and talented, it's the amount of time that you invest. I would play until my hands actually tear repeatedly. That's how I became like really decent in a year. So yeah, it's really about the time. It's not about whether you're insanely talented or what. When you see someone who is like so goddamn good in what they do, and then not me saying, wow, you're so freaking talented, but it's not about the talent. Talent can only get you that much. It's about the amount of hours and hours and hours of practice behind everything you see.
Absolutely. Yes, I can't even. I could go on for days about how much I agree with you because it destroys me. Like, I've had students whose parents like rented a keyboard for a short period of time, not even a piano. I mean, I understand pianos are really expensive, but they rent a keyboard and then they return it. And these kids have nothing to practice on. And I'm like, so how have you been practicing? And they're like, with pieces of paper. And I was
like, piano on paper? Like, on paper?
Yeah, like they just drew a keyboard.
How?
I was like, so you'll never improve.
Your hands.
So you'll never get better. You should just stop lessons now and stop wasting my time and yours. Because, like, And I totally agree with you. It's not like these kids come into lessons and the first thing they ask is, can I play for Elise? And I'm like, bruh, you can't even play a scale with 5 of your fingers. Like, please wait. Exactly. Like, they don't want to put in the time. And they just keep expecting to be good just by attending lessons. Like, they think just the lesson itself is what's going to get them to like a higher level. I was like, no, you actually have to practice. Like, I only see you for 30 minutes once a week. You should be putting in 45 minutes at least a day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, I don't understand why you don't get it. So, Yui, I love you.
People expect us to be like wizards, you know, expect the teacher to be wizards. They're like, like suddenly going there, then like,
exactly.
EXP gain.
Exactly. Come visit me, and I'll just every week I'll just sprinkle you with musical magicness.
Musical powder, and then suddenly you level up as a musician. Holy shit.
Exactly. It just destroys me. Just ruins my day.
But I didn't realize that you're a musical teacher as well, so can I call you Sensei?
No! We're friends, you can't call me! No. I'll just get angry and tell you to practice. But you practice enough. You're my model student. If I'm your sensei, you're my best student ever. So I don't even teach guitar. You're the best musical student.
I work hard to be one.
And I appreciate that. So like you said you would practice like 8 hours a day?
Yeah, then when I first got my guitar, I would do that as well, and I was so dedicated that I used to work like at a nighttime job as well. Another more lot. I used to work at like a night job for a game company where I had to oversee some community stuff, and I would actually bring my guitar cone to overnight practice as well.
Oh, that's so
like because there was no one in the office, so I'm like, oh my god, there's nothing to do, so I'm like, I go and learn new songs on my own and do practice.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful though. You are incredibly dedicated. I can't believe it. Like,
yeah, I've lost a lot of my skills already. So like now, like I used to be able to play lots of finger styling songs, but then I've lost them over the years. But I now that's why I switched over to like singing and chord and finger styling combined kind of songs. That's why I don't really play chords anymore. I do combination thanks to the years of practice.
Wow, my goodness. That like. So I don't have much experience with guitar, but I had a lot of friends who were classical guitar performers. And I know there is a little bit of a difference, but like how much do your fingers hurt after they practice? I've always wanted to know.
Oh my god, don't let me get started. Oh my goodness, my fingers still hurt. And let's say I do like a 5-hour practice, like once a while I still do like a 5-hour practice. Normally my fingers would swell so much that it would cause like a mini tearing and stuff. But that's good because you develop the hardness for guitar playing. But when it comes to classic and acoustic guitar though, there is a difference. Okay, so for classical guitars, their strings are normally thick AF, just thicker, slightly thicker. So basically, they are thicker because classical guitars are not really meant to play chords. They are meant to play like a mixture of scaling kind of stuff and chord stuff. So hence, they have 3 nylon strings and 3 plastic strings because they will produce a more original classical tone, which is mostly used for classical songs or like those kind of classical style kind of songs. But most people these days, for pop songs, typical pop song, even your J-pop, K-pop, they go to acoustic because acoustic sounds way more modern, way more nicer, and at the cost of your fingers because they're way more thinner, the strings are thinner, so they produce a more harmonious tone, a more acoustic tone that resonates really well, especially if you do chord kind of stuff, which is what most pop songs are doing it right now. And exactly, I saw someone in the chat mention, if your hands aren't hurting after the practice, you're not doing it enough. It is true. It is very true.
It's funny because it's kind of the opposite for piano. Like, of course, we feel mentally exhausted when we're done because music is, you know, it's a language. So when you read it for a long time, you just get tired. But the whole point of why we practice and how we practice is so much about like doing everything we possibly can to not feel pain.
Exactly.
So like if we feel any tension in our hands, that means we're tightening up, which means that the gesture is wrong. You know, you probably have to practice some scales or things like that. So like we do everything that we can for like, what do we say? Minimum input, maximum output. So like doing
the keyboard.
Yeah, doing as little as possible but getting the most out of it so that you don't put strain on your forearms or your back or your neck or your shoulders or anything like that. So if we're doing it correctly, we could be practicing literally all day. And we shouldn't have to stop. Now, of course, we do have to because we're people and we need to eat and like go to the bathroom and stuff.
Yeah,
but like,
exactly.
so I've always wondered because like for vocalists, like opera singers and things like that, they can only practice for 45 minutes a day. And I was like, oh my goodness, like.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until I had friends who were like opera majors. Like their musical focus was learning and performing opera, and the voice can only handle about 45 minutes worth of solid practice, and then they stop and they can't sing for the rest of the day. And I was like, wow, that must be nice. Like to not have to practice for the rest of the day.
They're like hitting like those kind of amazingly high notes that potentially damage your vocal cords. Is that why they can't do it so long?
Yeah, it's because they could overwork it and then they could cause vocal strain, and then they would actually have to end up being on vocal rest, which means not talking or whispering or anything for like a week. Yeah, I've had friends go on vocal rest as well. So like it's crazy. The vocal world is insane, but like just thinking about not being able to practice, like you can only practice for 45 minutes and like that's your day. Like that's it. That's all you can do. So I think about,
you can't even do like karaoke or like speak normally after that. Oh my god.
Yeah,
it's hard.
It's crazy. But I think like, you know, about guitar majors and like you said, like or just anyone who plays guitar and who practices for a long time, like building the calluses on your fingers and just like
very important.
Right? Like it, you know, you look at calluses and you're like, oh my gosh, you work too hard. It's like, no, I work the proper amount. This is what I need.
Exactly.
Right?
You need this shit, and now you gotta just suffer it, and you'll be able to press on the notes properly.
Exactly. I even had like a teacher who like almost, what was it? Like three fingers on each hand or something were like wrapped in band-aids one day, and I was like, what did you do to your hand? And she goes, oh, I was practicing glissandos, like when you I don't know if anyone knows what that is on the piano, but like you you start on a key, and it's usually a white key with your finger, and then without lifting the finger, you swipe either up or down the keyboard. So you play like a bunch of notes in between, so you can get from one end of the keyboard to the other in like one swipe, and it's like, and then it kind of just like rings all the way up.
It's like what? Like this,
not quite trills, because it's only involving one finger. So you push down on one key and you just keep your finger down. So you keep the pressure of the finger down on the keyboard, and you just move up or down the keyboard without lifting your finger.
Oh, it's the one that oh, okay. I've seen.
Yeah, it happens a lot in jazz. Yeah. Like, and then you just like roll up or you roll down.
Doesn't that shit actually really hurt?
Yeah, so she had torn up her fingers. So she was like, I didn't even notice, but then I looked down and there was blood on the piano. And so she's like, oh, I just had to wrap it up. I was like, oh my god. She bled all over the piano.
Oh my god.
So like, hardcore practice.
Level. Jesus Christ.
So I think about that, and I think about the calluses on your fingers, and I'm sure your fingers have gone through like a lot of peeling and things like that, and you're just like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, and every now and then, yes. My fingers just last peeled like 2 days ago.
And you're just like,
yeah, definitely. It hurts so much. That's a few times where I still remember when I was starting out, I was playing 8 hours a day because I wanted to learn this particular fingerstyling song by a very famous guitarist, at to a point that I overdid it and I bled.
Oh
So I had to put plasters on my hands and like plasters and then go to school, and they're like, oh my god, what happened? were you cutting cookies or cutting cooking or something? I'm like, oh no, guitar-kun.
Yeah. I just had some fun, you know. Speaking of which, I know you call your guitar Guitar-kun. Do you actually have a name for him? Or do you just call him Guitar-kun?
I call her Guitar-kun.
Oh, that's super cute.
Yeah, Guitar-kun. Because I mean, if I had to give a name, I haven't really thought about it because like it has always been like Taylor-kun because it's a Taylor guitar, and for me as an acoustic guitar lover, Taylor guitars are like one of the known brands around. Also like it's also because I like Taylor Swift a lot. Okay, I like Taylor Swift's music. Okay, Taylor Swift's music for me back then was like, holy shit, this is like my holy grail. Like, you know, like recently I was like 18 teenage girl. And Taylor music was resonate to me in my heart. That's why I learned her music. You know, she has very nice music and very easy to play on the guitar as well. Yeah. I got the guitar brand that was also like same name as her. Yeah.
I love it. That's an adorable story. Free asks, does your piano have a name? Oddly enough, the one that like I own does not, but the one that I teach on does. His name is Carlisle.
Carlisle?
Carlisle.
Whoa.
I don't know how it got so fancy. It's just like
it's
Carlisle.
So Spanish.
It's I don't know. Cool. It came to me in a dream.
It came to you in a dream?
Yes.
Nani? So what is something how they came about in this dream though? Like some sort of like supernatural force coming on angel came in and say, you shall be blessed with a piano. And you shall teach others the wonders of this music instrument.
Moses,
and this instrument that will accompany you shall be known as Carlos.
No, I'm not quite sure how it happened. It just like, it was almost like a deja vu moment. So I was talking with a student and we were actually talking about naming things. And he was very insistent that we name the piano. And it just kind of, I don't know, you know how like when moments of deja vu hit you, it's kind of like you half zone out and you're like, oh my goodness, I feel like I've been here before sort of thing.
I remember this.
Exactly, and I was like, I'm feeling Carlisle? And he was like, Carlisle it is. It has been ordained. And I was like, okay.
Oh my god.
So that's it. The piano's name is Carlisle. I have a flute that I've named Teriyaki Suzuki Honda Civic, but it's Terry for short.
Wait, what? Wait, Teriyaki?
Teriyaki Honda Civic, yeah.
Why is it named after cooking style and 2-car brands?
I think it was like everything that I could think of that was Japanese, because the brand of the flute is Yamaha. So I was like, okay, so let's give it everything else, like the other Japanese, like any of the other Japanese names. Is that a reference? I think it was a reference. It was so long ago, but I think it was a reference to something, because something else was like something to Teriyaki Suzuki Honda Civic, and I can't remember what that was in reference to. Free, if you know what that reference is, tell me, because I've forgotten.
Oh my god.
But I thought it was a good idea because it had like all the other like Japanese brands behind it, and I was like, ah, yes. So.
Yo, that book must be worth 1,000 or something.
No, it's not. I don't remember. It was a gift from my parents as well. But yeah, no, we call him Terry for short. Nigahiga! Yes! Nigahiga! That's what it was! Free knows! Free was on it! Yes!
I remember it now. Good job, Free. Good job. Yeah, I remember that stupid name. I heard it somewhere, but I couldn't recall.
Yes!
Nigahiga! Yes! Oh
Niga. Yosh! Free's like, mastermind.
I remember now. It's one of the How to Be series. It was the idiot that his friend will be. There'll be only one normal name and then one idiotic name that appears to go with.
Oh my goodness, yes!
Oh my god.
Yes! Oh my goodness. Free, thank you so much, because I had forgotten the origins.
Chad.
How to be a ninja!
Yes! Oh my god, you're a freaking champion, V.
Sasuga free.
Oh my
He's like,
God.
hacker noises. I'm in. I found it. I discovered.
Damn it, V. Oh my god. Amazing.
Thank you so much, free. Sasuga free.
Oh my god, how to be ninja. Oh my god. It's
Oh my
childhood.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Hi, my name is Raymond. Oh my goodness. But yes. So, yeah.
I still remember the how to be gangster, and then they're they're so menacing. Like, hi, my name is. It's Bob.
I remember, I think the first video of Nigahiga that I saw was actually like, what was it? Hooked on Phonics.
Sonny?
The Hooked on Phonics.
Oh, I can't remember. It's been so long, kid.
I can't. I mean, I think that was the first video I saw, and I think that was one of his earlier videos, and it was like one of his like spoof commercials.
Oh yeah, he does so much of that stupid kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
Kind of think of it. His style, it's like Japan style. It's so random and so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. So wait, I'm so sorry we totally derailed, but what piece was it that you were practicing? Or actually no, here, better question. What's the hardest piece that you had to practice?
Oh my god. Can I show you in chat?
Absolutely.
Okay, give me a moment.
Yeah.
It probably take 1 minute to find, but
While you do that, I'm gonna drink some water. You should drink water too, or whatever.
I've been drinking.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
Harune, it's hacker voice, not hacker noises. Well, okay, Alex. Nicholas, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. I don't know these things. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna. Thanks, Alex. I'm gonna pause the music for a second so we can hear this. Boop. Yeah, let's throw this up. What is this? Andy McKee.
So this particular thing is one of the songs that I've been practicing 8 hours back then for.
Oh my gosh. There's no strumming. It's all, what do they call that? Finger hammers? Or, oh my goodness. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I love it. So how did that go for you? Like, how long did you end up like practicing that? And
I was crazy enough to attend this song in my probably 5th month or 6th month of learning guitar.
oh my gosh.
I managed to do it after 1 solid week of 8 hours practice. I literally YouTube tutorials. Like every day, seriously, 8 hours every day. That's when I hurt myself.
Oh my
But
gosh.
but this was because this was like 6 years ago kind of thing. I forgotten a lot of things already. Like so like now probably I only can do the first 10 seconds. Yeah.
That's still amazing.
Because for this song, thank you. Because for this song, it's insanely hard because at the same time you gotta down tune specifically 3 different strings.
Oh.
And down tune and up tune 3 different strings, or leaving other 2 strings intact as well. So this has to be one of the hardest songs I've ever tried to attempt and learned, and I managed to, but it's been forgotten in time.
Oh
and I don't have the time to relearn it again. It's bad.
It's like, I feel like sometimes practicing an instrument is also like, you know, like those early stages of watching anime, like when you first get into anime and you sort of enter this void region where all of a sudden you can consume large amounts of anime in like a seemingly impossibly short period of time. That's
Exactly.
that's how I feel about like, it's like when you get into a groove of practice, or where like there's a certain point in your learning where you just feel like you're learning all of these crazy things in like a seemingly short period of time, and then you're like, you look back and you're like, how did I do that? Like, that was insane.
Actually, there's a theory about this, and apparently it was explored or briefly mentioned in an anime, which made me realize, oh, that's maybe how a lot of people are able to, when they get into something the first time, they are able to perform so freaking well in a short period of time. But this concept was actually explored in an anime, and that anime is called... It's actually called Prince of Tennis. Has anyone heard of Prince of Tennis?
Yes! Prince of Tennis!
Oh, you know Prince of Tennis as well!
I know Prince of Tennis! So,
I love that shit! Yes, my god, Prince of Tennis, yes! But apparently, it was explored in Prince of Tennis. In Prince of Tennis, the highest form of ability was not like the supernatural abilities that all the players had. Was the main highest peak that a player could reach was the pinnacle of perfection. And if you read through the first manga, you'll understand that Ryoma reached pinnacle of perfection at the final moment. And they explain what pinnacle of perfection was. Pinnacle of perfection was that moment, the feeling of when, as you just mentioned, when you get into something, you get consumed by the activity that you were doing because you enjoyed it so much that passion took over your instinct to win, instinct to like dominate someone. It's just passion that drove you forward. That's why I think pinnacle of perfection was basically why some people, it explains why a lot of people, when they first enter something, they have tons of beginner's luck, or they are able to perform so much in a short period of time because they just solely enjoy the thing that they were doing, and that drove them forward to achieve so much in a short period of time. Okay, that's the perfection, because you're not bound by your own stress or many other things that comes along the way as you progress forward. So it was actually explored a little.
that
I'm like, oh my
is
god, when I saw that,
amazing.
it makes sense.
You're just like,
it makes sense.
whoa! Yeah! And it's like beyond music too. It's tennis. You're just like, oh.
It's fun in tennis. I'm like, holy shit, this makes sense.
Oh my goodness. No, I never read the manga for Prince of Tennis, but it was like a huge part of like my social circle when I was in middle school. So I know of it. It holds like a special place in my heart, but I never got into it. But oh my goodness, I love how that applies. Like I think that's amazing.
I know, right?
And like mind blowing, because I would have never thought about it that way until we were like talking about this, and I'm like, oh wait a second.
Exactly. That was the actual term for it.
Yeah, it's
And people try to take the beginner's luck, but it's actually, they call it the pinnacle of perfection.
Oh my goodness. I love the name too. It just sounds so good.
It's so cool, right? Pinnacle of perfection.
You just like, it sounds like you just reached like God tier. Like you're just so good at something, or like just so consumed. That's amazing.
Exactly, because you're so consumed by it, and by passion. You're consumed by passion, and that drives you forward.
Yes, exactly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Now you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now I know. Now you all know too. Chat, now you know. If you feel like you're consumed by something, it's the pinnacle of perfection, and you can tell everyone about it. It's like, I've reached the pinnacle of perfection. And it's amazing.
It is amazing. Huh? Harune, Tess asking you something. Have you played tennis before?
I actually have. I used to take tennis lessons, and I was really, really bad at it. Like, I would swing my racket sideways.
Wait, what?
Like, I mean, I was a small child, so granted, I had no coordination whatsoever. But like, I would like panic, and I would swing, and I would swing it, and I'd twist my wrist, and so it would go from you know the broadside facing to like you know the edge of it. I was like, oh my god. It was terrible. I don't understand how I was allowed to continue for as long as I did.
They just probably wanted the and also the you know they hope to see you in future, you know?
Yeah, exactly. They were just like, But like I remember specifically my coach. I never knew his name, and I don't think he ever gave us his name. He always said, "Just call me Mr. Potato Head."
Like what?
Like I never knew my coach's name. We always called him Mr. Potato Head. And then I remember one of my last lessons, he lost his voice. And I was still young enough that I didn't understand the concept of someone losing their voice, so I asked him if he checked underneath the rug. And that was my last memory of Mr. Potato Head in my tennis
Oh god, you told him to check under the rug for his voice, and that's your last one. Oh my god.
That was it! That was my lessons!
Oh my...
Oh my goodness.
Potato Head. I think you.
I think it was like, yeah, no more of this child. She's crazy. No, I wish that were a joke, but that was just the truth. That's just a story that happened. Aquapen, thank you so much for the follow. But yeah.
Oh, Aquapen, thanks for following the Church of Crunch.
Yes, welcome. No, Kingdom of Crunch. Welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch.
Oh, sorry, Kingdom.
No, that's okay. I know Kai's been joking. Alex, thank you so much for the host. Thank you. Rip Mr. Potato Head will always be in Harune's memories. I hope he's doing well, but I don't remember anything about him. He did kind of look like a potato. He was bald and he was tan. So... He did kind of look like a potato.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. F for Mr. Bald Potato Head. Oh my god. The last memory.
But I think it was good that he, looking back, it was great that he had self-awareness. Did kids call him that just to be mean? No, he told us to call him that. We didn't know what his name was.
Yeah. He was just Mimi and a Mimi, you know? He knows just Mimi.
Please!
Talk to Mr. Puppy.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Ugh.
Being caught on by 75 people. Amazing.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, so like, I think it was because like of my experiences with tennis in my young age that like by the time, like I said, I never got into Prince of Tennis, but like I had friends who were really into it and I could respect it. Like I was like, I understand how difficult tennis is because I was never good at it. So kudos to Echizen and Yoma.
Hard.
So
kudos to him, yes. Oh, the enemy's actually pretty good as well. You should probably give it a try. If you have time, because it's such an investment. Holy crap.
Oh, I should. Hey!
Cookie!
Oh, Della, thank you for gifting me a sub. Oh,
The Foxy, thank you so much for gifting her a sub. Thank you. My finger slipped.
now.
Foxy, is that how that works? 4 months, Lamau! Some people have like been subscribed or have been given gift subs every month and they've somehow like managed a streak.
Lucky?
I think it's amazing.
What?
Pati Yui. Pati.
Yeah, lucky.
Yeah, look, maybe Mr. Potato Head was his alias and was actually famous. Maybe he was an Olympic. What's the word I'm looking for?
Oh my god, he was actually an Olympic kind of like level kind of dude, and then
Yeah.
like, your last memory of him is like you told him to search under them. He lost his voice. Maybe check under the rug then. Oh my god.
He must have just been like.
The last memory of a potentially celebrity kind of level player. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Just an Olympic athlete, and he's like, yeah, some kid told me to check under the rug. I was like, oh, bruh. Oh my goodness.
But it's okay, you know. I probably even thought like, oh, this is a normal kid. Dada.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I would laugh. I would just roll over if someone told me that. If some little young kid was gonna tell me that. Oh man.
I think
I'll just give her a hug.
Yeah, I think like when kids are that small, you can't hate them. Like, you know they're being genuine.
Fun.
So, I think if it were like an older kid, I'd be like, go home, like slap you upside the head. Listen, but yeah. So I have another question for you.
Sure.
What is your favorite style of music to play on your guitar? Like, what do you find yourself enjoying the most? Whether it's to practice or to perform.
When it comes to both practice and perform, definitely, lately my joy has been, because in the past, the reason why I tried so hard on singer-styling songs is because I had no confidence in singing. I had no confidence in my voice. I had no confidence at all. So back then, I played tons of finger-styling songs. So like finger-styling is basically you play the notes of the song accompanied with the bass notes go with the main notes, aka the singing notes, and it comes out into a full melody, just like what you see in Drifting by Andy Mackey. So that is percussion fingerstyling. That is one level higher than the normal fingerstyling. In the past, I used to love that a lot, but then slowly and steadily, I moved over to singing and guitaring because I became more and more comfortable with my voice, and I took a bit of vocal lessons as well to overcome my stigma. I'm like, yeah. Thank you. I tried my best. So since then, I find myself enjoying playing pop songs the most. That's why I've been like asking around if there's like songs that people want me to learn and stuff, especially pop songs. It's so easy to do pop songs, and I learned how to even like snap the guitar and play at the same time to singing. So to me, currently, it's pop songs. Pop chord songs mixed with a bit of finger styling. It's the best for me to learn and to enjoy music. So right now, I become more of a casual person.
That's wonderful, though. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
What made you want to take singing lessons? Like, so, Demon Lord, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. But obviously, it seemed like guitar was your passion at first, or was it always guitar and singing?
Honestly, though, it was guitar and singing. I mean, back then, because my dad is actually a singer as well, so he's a guitarist and a singer. So he always tried to make me overcome the stigma. I didn't tell him why though, but he tried his best to make me learn how to sing. But back then, I was so affected to a point that I just couldn't sing, not even to my dad. So I switched over to like being fully immersed in just guitar playing. But what made me want to try and overcome it was when I started learning Taylor Swift songs, and when I started to also learn, there are two musical artists that inspired me to overcome my fear. One of them being Taylor Swift, because like then she was like every teenage girl's idol, you know. Her songs were something that resonated in a lot of us, and she and one more person, Yui, like not the Yui, like Yui, the Japanese Yui, the one that sang a lot of Japanese openings, and she's also exactly an acoustic guitar player as well. If y'all realize, these two of them, both of them are acoustic guitar singers. So that inspired me to try this out and break through my stigma. And it has been going well. Yeah, it's thanks to these two people, really. They're like role models.
That's wonderful. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love Yui. I love that I know both people that you were talking about, because I was like, I might not know, like, you know, but...
yeah, the relation, yes.
Yes, it's so And I love, like, and I mean, they're two very different styles of singing, right? Like, especially when Taylor Swift started out, she was very much country.
Exactly, yeah.
And then Yui was definitely, I mean, she of course could do acoustic, but she also did, like, you know, pop, J-pop. Or like J-rockish, popish, sort of in between.
Her voice is amazing.
Oh my gosh, I know, right? It's so nice. I listened to her song on loop when I heard the one of the openings that she did for FMA. I just on loop just over and over and over.
Was it again?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one on loop 5 ever. Yes. Exactly.
Oh, yeah, that one, yes.
Yo,
So back then, when I was younger, I was so bad at singing. Back then my vocal range was insanely small. I think, and it was even worse because of the stigma. That that when you have the stigma, you kind of like limit yourself already because you know that you feel like you can't do it, and then you just won't hit those notes, right?
Yeah.
So like back then, Huey's song, I couldn't even hit like all her notes. I was like, how does even Yui hit these notes? Then like now I can easily hit the notes. I'm like, wow, I feel like I really come really far. Oh my god.
Oh, I know, isn't that great? Like when you can like objectively be like, I couldn't do this before and I can do it now, and that shows progress.
Exactly.
It's so rewarding.
Yeah,
It's so nice.
it's so rewarding.
And you bring up a really good point, because like for singing especially, like when people are nervous to sing, they can't control it, but like your vocal cords will close up and you'll tighten your throat and things like that, and that makes it harder to sing the notes. So then you become even more nervous because you're like, oh my gosh, I can't reach it, and then it gets even worse. So it's like this vicious cycle. So you have to relax first, and then you can hit the notes, and then you have to be less nervous. So it's like, it's so difficult, but like, gosh darn it.
That's why singing takes so much confidence, self-confidence to actually perform and do. Because if you even tensed or whatnot, you won't be able to hit the notes that you are supposed to hit. And that is why alcohol helps.
Yes, because then we're back to alcohol. That's right, everyone. Once again, alcohol helps you loosen up the vocal cords so you can reach those high notes and not feel dumb.
It's true. It's
true. That's why drunk karaoke is the best form of karaoke.
Exactly, you know.
Exactly.
Of course, you don't overdo the alcohol.
Yes.
You do it to a moderate amount that you feel like even more confident, you know.
Yes, we don't mean drink till you're drunk.
WTF, guys, it's the truth. Even Harune, a certified musician sensei over here, says the same thing. You can't gun me down anymore, huh?
No, you're right. She's been validated.
It's valid.
It's valid. It's been ordained. Yes. No, don't drink till you're drunk. Just drink to relax.
Yeah.
Loosen up the vocal cords.
Loosen up. No drunk. Drunk is, it doesn't go well. Drink to loosen up. Yeah. That's why lots of performers. I know of even Guns N' Roses. They drink to get high so that they can perform well. It's a thing for them as well, okay?
Yeah, it makes things more entertaining. It's not always the best route, but you know, that's why so many people do such, you know, very drastic things. It's all for the stage presence and the entertainment factor and all of that stuff. So
I don't drink 2 cans in one go. That's I only drink 1 can. Okay, I've limited myself ever since that drunk OJ stream.
Oh my god.
Come on, man.
Wait, can I ask, how's your tolerance level?
3 cans, and probably I will start suffering or going nuts. Give me 3 cans.
3 cans? Like how like just a standard like can size, or
you could say like 1.5 liters, I guess, or 1 liter. Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I don't think. I'm not sure. Actually. I don't know what's good or bad.
Yeah.
8-ounce cans? 3 8-ounce cans?
Is it 8 ounce? 8 ounce is how many ml? Can someone tell me?
Yeah, I don't know what that is in liters. 8-ounce cans though.
I think
three 8-ounce cans is that, especially like on an empty stomach, or if you don't have any water or anything like that, that could really do you in. I think.
Yeah, no, normally, yeah. I made a mistake of not eating properly before drinking lots of times. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But for the 100% OG one, I was seriously knocked because for the 100% OG stream, I mixed 2 different drinks together.
Oh,
one
no!
hot liquor and one either plum wine. So like wine and whiskey mixed together, and then I drank like 700 ml of it, and on a that was bad. That was so bad. That was so bad. God, I that one really did me, and I died the whole day, and I think I puked as well. Like ever since then, I was so afraid I never ever go past my own limits anymore. Like no more.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you need to have those experiences, right? Like you never really know what your limit is until you go past it. Then you're like, oh yeah, I agree. I'm never doing that again.
After seeing that day, that as well, yeah, never anymore. I know my limits, and I stop before I reach them.
Good. Nice. See, now Yui is a responsible adult. She discovered her limits, and now she never goes past it. See?
Exactly. Don't press X to doubt me. You know, I'm only memeing when I pretend to be high. Yeah. Those other times I was just pretending to be high. Exactly.
Oh my goodness. So, we are a little bit past the hour. I'm not sure if you wanted to. Did you feel like staying longer, or did you?
I don't mind them, but you have more questions. We can hang out more. No problem.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Great. I don't want to like make you late for anything, or if you had.
Oh no, I have nothing going on today. Other than the the collab that you just reminded me. Yeah, no, nothing else.
I couldn't believe. I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know Yui had another collab today. Yui was like, I have a what?
Shit. Oh yeah, thanks for the reminder.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
No, it's great. So you said that you've had the guitar for many years. You dedicated a lot of your learning strictly to guitar because you didn't have much confidence in your voice. You'd only been to 3 group guitar lessons before you noped the heck out of there. How many lessons did you take for vocal?
When it came to vocal lessons, it was during the period where before I became a VTuber, or I was just setting up being a VTuber, I think. I took lessons for 2 months plus, and then after that, because I remember now, it was during my early days of VTubing. So I took vocal lessons for about 2-ish months, about 1 lesson a week. But I missed a few lessons because of a lot of also busy with stuff. So I could think it was 6 different 6 lessons, 6 to 10 lessons. Yeah. Then I stopped because I had no more time to like get out and continue the lessons. But it was thanks to those lessons that I could expand my own vocal range, and basically train my lung capacity.
Oh,
but
that's difficult.
Yeah. I think you would know like how to like train the lung capacity and all those so forth. So like back then when I started, I could do like, you know, when you stay on one note.
Yes.
I think the most was like 30 seconds. Then my best so far was like about a whole minute.
Ooh, nice. That's amazing.
But I think you guys can go even more than that. My vocal instructor was like, wow, you're impressive. You know? Even when first time he started, he told me like he could only do like 25 seconds. When I was in class and I attempted it, I was like average 30 to 35 seconds. Then I did a minute. I was like, ooh, impressive. I see you've been practicing. Then I asked, oh, sensei, so how long can you hold yours? And he told me like 2 minutes. I'm like,
oh my gosh. You're like, sensei, don't patronize me. crazy though, because I mean, like, I had to take choir. Like, I sang in choirs when I was in elementary school, and then a little bit in middle school, and then I think once for 1 year in high school, and then I had to do it for 4 years in college.
Nice.
But I never took vocal lessons. So even though I know about like the kind of vocal training that exists, I never had them. So my lung capacity is so small. Like, I can hold my breath, but I cannot sustain a sound or like a single stream of air. That is impossible for me. So when you say like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And you're like a minute, I'm like, whoa, like my brain is melting. And then 2 minutes.
And then that's my sensei, 2 minutes. Apparently, my sensei was actually pretty renowned because he went under a musical instructor that taught BTS how to sing.
What?
And I'm like, what?
What?
What? You're part of big. Your sensei is part of Big Hit Entertainment. Excuse me.
What the heck? That's amazing.
Oh, I was fangirling a little.
Yeah,
Not
just a
gonna lie.
little. You're like, excuse me? You have this, and you didn't tell me. That's so cool, though.
Oh my god, it's sensei. My sensei teaches BTS. Oh my god.
That is nani the heck.
Oh my god.
So then when so like obviously BTS's singing style is more pop, right? So it's
Yeah, but
yes, go ahead.
sorry, but BTS he took a bit of examples of BTS because he knew I would pay attention if he mentioned their name. And he explained that they're just not just singing, they have resonance in their voice. And resonance means that you're not just letting the voice come out from your abdomen, you resonate the sound within a certain part of your mouth to let it have a more fuller sound. And that shit is like how can I do that?
Yeah, what do you mean a second? You're like, what do you mean another spot in your mouth? Like, what's that
oh
mean?
my god. But then when he started explaining it, I realized, oh, I get it, but I can't do it.
Makes sense now. Make me do it.
But I think I'm slowly getting there. But I don't think I dare to try resonance out in streaming. No. And it's pretty hard, honestly. Then.
So,
But yeah.
do you think you could like try to teach us on stream?
My god, I'm not a teacher material. I'm still no. I can try. But, okay. But basically, when it comes to that, he told me that resonance is a mixed difference in terms of how much of air is coming out from your mouth. So like when someone sings like hi, you're like wasting a lot of air. Because as air passes through, there's no way to contain the sound through your mouth. Because a lot of people think singing doesn't come from the mouth or the throat, it comes from the abdomen, right? It comes from way below, so it has a more fuller sound. But then there's a difference when you make the sound focus in certain parts of your mouth, being in the front of your mouth, hi, or at the back of your mouth, hi. But you can't tell the difference because there's a very slight difference, but I think it can't really be captured to hear, but it'll be captured if the person is more experienced in this, because
I think I heard a difference though just now.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
so like it allows if you have resonance at the back of your mouth, it's usually used in more pop singing because it gives the voice a more fuller bass tone to accompany its treble. Especially this style is used in BTS because they try to hit. Yeah, you see how freaking well they hit their high notes.
Yeah.
Because they have so much resonance at the back of their mouth. Because that's where they project and focus the voice before projecting it out. So that's how he was trying to make me do. And oh my god, I remember the freaking training. Oh my god, the training made me do. It's like not a minor Spartan training. He had me like pulling a weight on top of me, like like those those gymnasts. When you go to the gym, you gotta pull the thing from the top.
Oh yeah, like one of those like.
He made me pull that shit and I tried to hit those high notes. Oh my god!
Where did you do this at?
Oh my god!
Wait, where did he have this gym equipment at? Like, where were you?
It was in his freaking class studio.
Oh.
He's like, okay, we're gonna try something different today, and then he brings me to this room. I'm like, what the heck is this? Why is there gym equipment here? Wait, what the heck? And then like, alright, now. Like, hold now. Do you do the gym often? I'm like, you know I'm a knee, right? I'm like, try it. Oh my god, no. It was so tough. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
That's like a training montage video.
I had to sing while pulling that shit down and focus on my the voice coming up from the bottom. Oh my god. What kind of Spartan training is this? This is not what I had in mind when I was told to like go for vocal classes. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit. Oh my god. So true that was how I was able to hit all my high notes and yeah. He was literally so like bruh, do you even live? No. No. I literally was like, I go voice lesson, take out your training ways. I'm like, oh my god, no. I don't even train. Oh my god.
That is amazing, though. I have never heard of training like that before. But it makes sense, right? Like, if you're using the right muscles, you'll make the sound come out, right?
Exactly. He was like, you gotta make them easy. Even when you're like pulling those shit weights, you know, he told me like you can't use your arm strength or your shoulder strength. You got to use your abs to pull it forward.
Yeah.
And then the owl became a note, you know. I had to owl in the freaking note. Like, oh my god, please.
I love it.
God.
That's amazing. That is the coolest training I've ever heard.
Oh my god, now that I think about it, I'm literally getting dizzy again. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Feel those ab muscles working.
Got a bench press. That's you want to hit that high note. It's true. It's actually true. Oh, the harder you bench press, the harder you pull the abdomen muscle, the better your voice comes out. That's why. That is why I swear to God, there was times that I couldn't hit the high note. Then he told me that if the abdomen muscle isn't enough, squeeze your butt and like in your butthole. I'm like, are you for real, Sensei? And then when I did it, it was actually true. Oh my god. Oh my god. I kid you not. You gotta even tighten down there. You know, it's about not the top muscle. You want to do and work on everything from your abdomen and below to push out and to accompany the muscles in your abs, because you don't want anything. You don't want the notes to come from the chest note. There's a difference between chest note and abdomen note, and the difference is one has higher treble and one has a fuller sound of bass company. So like, if you want the note to sound decent, you got to have it accompany the abdomen. And if you're trying to hit a high note and the abdomen doesn't accompany or have enough strength to force the high note, you clench your butt cheek and your legs or whatever to accompany your abdomen muscle so they can hit that high note. Oh,
that is amazing! Holy heck!
I'm so sorry.
No, that's this is information we all needed to know. We are getting music lessons or voice lessons from the student of BTS's teachers. This is important information. Miko, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hi.
Wait, not funny. You actually just trying to see now you know, Fang. Now you know.
Now I know if I really want to sing a high note, I can't get there. I know what to do now.
Yes, clench your butt cheeks, clench it, and even your legs, so clench it all to accompany the chest, so you accompany your abdomen muscle, so you can hit that note.
I should start
and
working out.
The worst part is, while doing all of this, you still need to relax your freaking throat.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Tapping your throat as you're doing all those. So can you imagine how much of clenching you need to do on your butt cheek, on your abdomen, and your legs, so that you can end while relaxing your freaking throat so you can hit the high note. That's why we see like BTS people, they hit the high note. They never string their neck muscle. There's no veins popping out or whatnot.
That's
or when
true.
You see Adele. People like Adele hitting that high note. They don't string their neck muscles. They string everything else below to hit that high note.
That's so true, though. That's right. Like, from that neck up and, like, you know, when you see them in music videos or whatever, you can argue whether they're actually singing or not. But they always look relaxed, right? Even live on stage,
Exactly.
they look relaxed. And I think that's, like, the trick of every musician. No matter what the instrument is or whatever the medium is like, you always look... You practice so hard and you train and you go through all that stress and pain to look relaxed.
Yeah, because it's the truth. Because we don't relax, then the voice come out really squeaky. So it's like it's a difference between. Let me try something. It's a difference between into the unknown. That's squeaky, or into the unknown.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's the difference between the squeaky and a more fuller tone, because you relax the neck muscle as you try to hit the high note.
Right, and you can hear there's more space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's really a lot, and there are even techniques to even like because sometimes when the music piece suddenly skyrockets to a high note, the neck muscles instantly tenses because you're not used to the note suddenly switching from low to high. There are even techniques to even like prepare yourself for that high note as you are going low, 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 and high. So that's a lot of nonsense. But once you do it long enough, it becomes like almost second nature.
Yes. Yes. I try to tell everyone that all the time. You practice so that things become second nature. You're not supposed to think about it when the time comes to perform it. You've done that already, right? It's supposed to be second nature so that it just happens. It's instinct.
Exactly. It's kind of like, now you can imagine when it's pretty hard on guitar to sing, and there are other techniques to singing when you're on the guitar, because you have to play the guitar. And how can you play the guitar while clenching your freaking butt cheeks and everything else so that you hit the high notes? Also, that's a lot. It's really tougher when you're holding an instrument and singing at the same time, because of all the things that you need to do.
Oh
really.
My goodness. Oh, I have so much respect for people who sing and play an instrument at the same time and are... Oh my god, I couldn't even... My brain. My abs, my butt cheeks. I could never.
Now you know.
Now I know. So, Yui, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but is there something you would like to play?
Sure. Let me just grab my guitar case and set up my equipment.
Yeah.
No worries. Let me just post from the camera for a while.
Okay.
I'll come back in 30 seconds. So
Sure. Yeah. No, take your time. I didn't even tell you. I was just like, hey.
No problem. I'll be ready.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Yui is a black void right now. Boop. There we go. We'll do that until she returns. But yeah, no, I'm super excited. Cause like, I've never, like, it's always impressed me. Blaze Rider, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. But it's always impressed me people who can play an instrument and sing at the same time. Because like, especially piano, just because I play piano, but I can't sing and play at the same time. The most I can do is like count the rhythm out loud while I'm playing, which is difficult in and of itself. But like, when you think about all the things that you have to do when you're playing the guitar and you're singing, that just blows my mind. Do I need to lean back to see this? WR 102KA, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. I thought there was a name in there, but I don't know if I can find it. If you guys haven't heard Yui play yet, you're in for a treat. I know, I'm so excited. All About the Muscles thinks of Terry Crews. Perhaps I should think that far. Big multitasking! Muscle memory is a godsend, honestly. And like that's kind of, I mean, we practice so that things become muscle memory because there's no way that we could focus on doing everything all at once live. There's so much adrenaline running through you. Whether you're nervous or not is one thing, but there is adrenaline in moments like that. And it makes your brain move like 5 times as fast and time seems to slow down, and you don't have that luxury of, you shouldn't, I should say, be nitpicking and thinking about every single thing that you're doing because you will overthink things. You have all this extra time now. It's like when time slows in the Matrix, right? You've got all this extra time all of a sudden where you can start to question yourself and things like that. So if you practice properly, those things that become second nature and muscle memory are what you can fall back on. And it helps. It's so helpful. Like you would not believe. Let's see. You're probably in for a treat even if you have heard Yui, because Yui singing is always a treat. Yes, exactly! Exactly. And all of you, guys from the Poi Poi Patrol probably are graced with the singing of an angel more often than, those who are in the Kingdom of French and maybe who don't visit or who aren't aware of Yui, but hopefully we will enlighten all of your glorious eardrums with the singing of the heavens. The Poi Poi Patrol. Her singing is awesome. It's the PP Patrol. Triple P. Diners, drive-ins, and dives be danged. I hope she does her cover of Wherever You Are. I love that song. I hope so. I kind of tear up when she sings that. Yui.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this music. Meme Lord, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. All right, boop. Hey, nice. I'm ready to be serenaded.
Wait, we sorry requested.
Your cover of Wherever You Are. You play whatever you want, girl.
Okay, well, if you want, I can do 2 songs. Because I wanted to play a song dedicated to our situation right now. It's Adele's Hello. But it's gonna be different lyrics though.
That's okay.
So it's dedicated to our current workplace situation, aka the lockdown. Hello, it's me. I'm in California dreaming about going out to eat just a burger with cheese. Really, I need one. Or shaken margarita, baby back with some chili. Hello, can you hear me? I am shouting out to neighbors who I used to like to see when we were outside and free. Is there something else to watch besides the news and Finding Dory? Social distance between us, and I'm freaking out. So hello from the inside. It's just me and myself and I stay home harder, not breaking my heart, but telling you what we should have done from the start. Hello from Corona Live. I FaceTime calling down
I loved it. That was amazing. I love the lyrics. Oh my gosh. And yeah, when you hit those high notes, it sounds so relaxed. Like there's no strain or like tension in your throat or anything. It's amazing. I loved it. I loved it.
So hard.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, thank
Patsy,
you.
Patsy. Here, Patsy's in the chat.
Thank you so much, you guys, for listening to me. Thank you, really. I'm not even that people one day like really love my music or something. Thank you so much.
I love it. My ears have been blessed. Now I can ascend.
Thank you. No, you should sing for us too, yo.
Oh, no. I have not practiced anything. I have not done squat. Nani.
Hey, also, I can do one more song, then after that, let's have Harune sing for us as well.
What's your next song? What's your next song?
Well, that was request for wherever you are, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, so let's do that song. I'm telling you, I softly whisper tonight. You're my angel. I sit there in your heart. Futariwari tells me tonight. I just say, have you, I always make you smile. Have you, I always by your side. Whatever you say, give me your amore kimachi. Promise you forever right now. Don't need a reason. Ooh, just want you, baby. Hold my. Day after day,この先のこのずっとどこか僕のずっと死ぬまで Stay here with you. We carry on. Have you always make you smile? Have you always by your side? Have you say give me no kimchi? Promise you forever again. Have you never make you cry? Have you never say goodbye? Then you say, give me I'm not kimchi. Promise you forever right now.
Patsy, that was amazing! I loved it! I love that song so much! Nice job! I love it!
I enjoyed it. Thank you. I love you too.
Oh my goodness!
Wait, honey. I love your right, you know that. So now it's now time for how about you sing us one song too?
I haven't practiced.
One more. Guys, we want to see how anything like. Come on, guys. Come on. We need more putty, or we need more hi in the chat. We need more hi in the chat. Hi, please. Hi. Hi.
I love this. Love your voice, Yui. Yeah, all the patchis. Oh my goodness. Yui, I love your voice so much.
Yes, please.
I
I want to hear it sing too.
don't even know what to sing. What was that one? There's another one from 1OK Rock. Is it One Way Ticket? Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Guys.
Maybe?
I'm not had a song, I think. Got it.
Do you have it? Oh no, there's Japanese in there. I wasn't ready.
It's fine. I butcher my Japanese lyrics all the time.
Honey, maybe you sing part of Telephone Number? Oh, yeah, they had me sing Telephone Number.
Telephone? What's that?
Yeah. The ah ooh.
Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I could do that one. Yeah.
Go.
There we go. I'll do Telephone Number at least.
Heck yeah.
Telephone number. Oh my god, I forgot who's the artist again? Who sang it? Telephone number. Lyrics.
Oh damn, I don't know.
Why don't I remember? Oh, Junko Ohashi. Okay,
Anyone
there we
remember
go.
the song? Okay.
There we go. It's gonna be a cappella now. Instead of whatever it was before. Singing with... Oh, you got it. Yeah.
I don't want to sing with you. Let's go.
Here we go. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Ah, ooh.
Oh.
5, 6, 7, or 9. You can just imagine a beat going. Dum, dum, dum. Ah, ooh. 5, 6, 7, or 9. Dum, 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 dum. 私のテレフォンナンバー困った時ダイヤルしてほしいいつでも So every night 飲み続けているあなたの寂しさに気づいてた Oh, loving you. Ah, ooh. 5, 6, 7, or 9. Dum, 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 dum. Ah, ooh. 5, 6, 7, or 9. Dum, 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 dum. 背の高いあなたが小さく見えるから旅立つ朝笑顔でいてほしいお願い So every day ベルを気にしては暗さはこの愛に気づいたら Oh, loving me. Ah, ooh. 5, 6, 7, or 9. Dum, 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 dum. Ah, ooh. 5, 6, 7, or 9. And then it just keeps going, right? There's that saxophone interlude and then all that stuff, and that's how it ends. So, hey, so that's it. That's all you get.
That was amazing. Oh my god, how
I don't have the vocal relaxation you do.
Oh my god. Yes. Bucky in the chat, please help me, guys.
Thank you. Goodness gracious. It's hard to sing in front of you, Yui, because you're an angel. You got the voice of an angel. You're like Phantom of the Opera quality. I loved every minute of it.
I love every minute of you. Oh my god, you're making me wanna. Oh my god. Thank you, Harune.
Saber, thank you so much for the magic. Oh no, of course. And thank you so much for coming today. It was so much fun.
It was. Nothing with you doing, you guys. So fun together.
Of course. So, so the stream is not done yet. I usually just save like whatever remaining time just to chat. So you're welcome to just either stay in the call and just chat, or if you need to like rest up, eat, head out, do whatever it is that you need to do.
I'll see.
Oh, nice. So we can just.
I can get to be Harune, so I want to stay longer as well.
So do you guys have any questions for Yui? Anything about her musical experience, singing, guitar? I think someone talked about vocal warm-ups. What do you do to warm up your vocal cords?
Normally, this thing, I kind of didn't need the warm-up session, but normally, when it comes to vocal warm-up, though, just like every other people or proper musicians who do practicing, we tend to do scales. So normally, I do my own scales, like na 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 na. Then go higher, then go low, higher, low. For me, like 5 minutes before I do anything. I'll sing a TV song that I know the notes is not so hard, and slowly build it up from there.
Nice.
There'll come a time whereby, like, if you feel like me after 1 or 2 songs, feel like you're fully warm up, you can be able to hit the notes even better as well. Please give your longest howl.
Do it.
I've not been practicing my lung capacity, but you know, I can try.
Someone get a timer. I don't have a timer.
Okay, you have time.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anyone have a timer?
Does anyone have a timer? Anyone?
I don't have a timer. I don't know why I don't have a timer. Where is
always doing a timer.
Okay, Silvio says he's timing.
Okay, good.
Oh my god!
I didn't read properly. Shit.
That was amazing!
I'm sorry.
No, I loved it!
Cookies!
Oh my god!
I used to be able to do way longer, but now it's like 29 seconds.
No, 29 seconds? Oh my god! It felt like so much longer! Real Genji, thank you so much for subscribing, for being a special crown chef in the kingdom for 2 months. Thank you.
Thanks for joining the Kingdom of Crowns.
Oh
yeah, I used to be able to do 55 seconds on average, but then lately it's been dropping.
That is insanity.
Practicing. Thank you, though.
I heard that and I had to drink water. I was like thirsty for you. I was like, oh my god, oh my goodness.
But lung capacity is like a totally separate thing from control. Control, singing control, so don't worry about it. It's basically, yeah, I did that one time when I was still practicing my lung capacity, I could do 40 to 60 seconds on average. But ever since then, I realized that it's more important to control your how you voice it out rather than how much you have, because you can take lots of quick breaths in between to tease. So yeah.
Oh my goodness, no, that's so true though. But still, like, just 29 seconds felt like forever. Like I was sitting there going, oh man, she still has air, and then just to think that like you can do like twice that amount just drives me crazy. That makes my brain.
My love affected. Oh my god. I'm no more like last time though. I don't know what happened to me.
No, it's okay. You know what? You got busy. Life came at you, and you couldn't practice just holding a note for 2 minutes. I get it. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. Someone also asked if there's any other instruments that you play.
I used to be able to play the piano as well.
Ooh.
So I would be literally a model student now. But I stopped playing the piano ever since I discovered guitar.
Ooh, how long did you take piano for?
3 months.
2 months. How did you practice? Do you have a keyboard at home?
Last time I used to have a piano at home. Then we sold away the piano because I wasn't interested in piano anymore. Because I was just dedicated to guitar.
Oh,
and
so
then yeah, I needed a piano side, and then it's just like yeah, I just went to guitar all the time because my logic was my dad's a guitarist. You can bring the guitar everywhere. You're not stuck with the piano in one position. So yeah.
yes, no, that's so true. Kiss Guitar-kun, make him feel loved. Oh my goodness, that's so true though, because like one of the biggest problems of like being a pianist is that unless if you're absolutely rich enough to have your like your piano action like taken with you, like the keyboard part with all the hammers and stuff like that, you can't travel with your piano. You play on whatever instrument that they give you, and you sort of have to like kind of prepare for that.
You need it there, yeah.
Yeah.
What favorite song?
Yes.
Favorite song is mostly pop song, but if you ask me for an individual favorite, it's probably the One Ok Rock songs and Weight of the World. And I don't have individual songs. I have individual band preferences. And my favorite are Paramore. If you know Paramore. Paramore, One Ok Rock. And some Japanese songs, especially anime themes. Like Naruto.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. You did a cover of Kana Boom. The Silhouette.
Yeah.
Silhouette.
Exactly. I just trying to end with my things with Silhouette.
Yeah.
That's kind of such a cool song.
Yeah. I'm gonna pause. Yeah.
What's the name? Yeah, Weight of the World is one of my only current cover, but I intend to try to do more music covers soon. I've been trying so hard to learn how to mix, but I'm so sucky. Oh well.
No, that's good. Wait, I'm so sorry. Wait, I don't know if I misheard. Did you say that you were gonna do Silhouette? Were you gonna play that?
Oh, I can tell you.
Oh, okay, maybe I misheard, but I was like, and I like paused the music and I was like, yes. So no, you don't have to.
I can.
An encore.
I forgot my website. Yeah, okay.
chin! Oh my goodness! I loved it so much! Ugh.
Thank you.
My heart cannot
Oh.
share enough. Just
I
how much I love it.
have many songs to learn in English because fortunately, once you get like your basics really strong, you're able to from chord songs you can improvise to so many types of play styles to make it not so boring as you just strum a song. There are ways to make a song even more lively during guitar. Once you have the basics down, you can advance further, and then it's pretty easy to learn this kind of songs because they're mostly chords.
Oh my goodness. Oh, my heart. Yes. My heart is so happy. You're amazing.
Thank you again for having me here.
Oh
If
my
there's,
goodness.
any other questions? Well, I might do one last song request if anyone wants.
Yeah, Mordred, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. Someone else followed earlier. I couldn't say hi because I didn't want to.
Mordred, welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch, yes!
True.
Kingdom, not church, kingdom.
True Grey One, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. Ovalie, hi, welcome, how are you? Speaking of Naruto, do you and Yui watch it? Naruto was well, Yui, I'll let you answer first. Did you watch Naruto?
You asked me a question that if I watch Naruto, I see your children death. I mean, of course I watch Naruto. I mean, I read all the manga of the week through. Yeah, I'm even watching Boruto's death. Yeah. But I really like Naruto. I grew up with Naruto as well. So, choose your words carefully. Yeah.
Honestly though, yeah, I'd say probably the same thing. When Naruto came out in the States, I was around the same age. I think I was actually the exact same age, so I very much could relate.
Wow.
I felt like I could really relate to Naruto, and then between the span of when Naruto came out and then when it went to Shippuden, and then it had that it had like a small break, right, to prepare for that 2-year time skip. And then when they did the 2-year time skip, I was the same age again, and I was like, this is perfect. So I like stuck through.
Thank you for having us, Harune.
Of course, thank you so much, Eternal Saber, for the $10. Thank you. Thank you so much for the donation. Yes. But yeah, no, I definitely watched all of Naruto. And I read all of the manga too, but I have not been watching Boruto. I felt like it should have ended with Naruto and they should have just left it. But that's
Yeah, the all the Boruto story doesn't really, like, you can't compare it to Naruto, but honestly, I think it's good character development over there, but it takes like 100 chapters for it to get really, really good, so yeah, you guys, if you like want to continue the Boruto, you gotta hang in there for 100 chapters, then shit starts to get good.
Yes. But yeah, so Naruto was a big part of my life. Yeah. You say that, Sylvia, but she's never watched Dragon Ball. That's fine. Dragon Ball's just 10,
We don't need Dragon
10
Ball.
episodes of powering up your spirit bomb. You want to tell me that's worth watching?
Exactly, what the heck? Oh my god, one how many? At least like 2 whole episodes? I mean, Spirit Bomb takes a long time to charge, you know? Yeah, I understand. Hami, it's just Hami. It takes like, what, 1 whole hour to charge the Hami.
Exactly.
No, none of that shit for us, thank you.
These are some hot takes. Foxy, yes.
Okay,
Oh my
I admit though, the very first Dragon Ball, the one with Kid Goku and they meet Bulma, the first time. Okay, no, that was good.
Yes!
That was
Yes!
really good.
I watched that!
That was good.
That I watched!
Me too!
That's regular Dragon Ball!
Yeah, that was good. That was actually good.
Yes!
And then after that, the next one came and I'm like, what the hell is this shit?
Have you ever tried playing one of the songs from Angel Beats? Not dedicated.
Oh, sorry, I didn't watch. Yeah, same.
I've heard of it. I saw the end, which was not something you're supposed to do. You was like, excuse me. I've seen only the end of Angel Beats, but I know the plot, and Yeah. So I know it's sad. I know, but I haven't tried
I don't
playing
mean
it.
anything. I just read and saw the ending. I'm like, wow, this is freaking tragic. Okay, no watch.
It's tragic. It was the same with Your Lie in April. Because I have a bit of stage fright. And just so much anxiety just from like just watching the anime itself. I was like, can't do it. No, I'm not watching this anymore.
I can't. I heard and saw the ending and I'm like, oh shit. I can't watch this. I don't want to be invested in feels. I will cry like a little freaking bitch. I'm crying every single episode about Evergarden. Don't tell me to watch Your Lie in April.
Oh my god, Violet Evergarden, that was good. I still haven't finished it, but wait, no, maybe I did. Maybe I did. They're coming out with the second season, right? Or is it already out?
It's the Death of Violet Evergarden movie, apparently. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I'm scared.
I'm not ready. My heart isn't ready.
I'm not ready to.
Yeah.
I don't want to be invested anymore. God.
Yeah. Are you a big sports anime fan too? You said Prince of Tennis. So you were into that. What about
Slam Dunk.
What about oh wait,
You know
Slam
Slam
Dunk?
Dunk?
I think I do. I mean that's like
Yeah.
that was like the basketball one before Kuroko no Basket. Yeah.
That shit is good, you know.
Sports
Oh my
anime
god,
are
I can't even remember that song. Slam Dunk opening. What's the song called? Do you remember?
I do not. I've never seen the anime. I've heard of Slam Dunk. Alex, I have not seen. I don't. Maybe I've seen episode 10. I don't know. Maybe I have. Kuroko no Basket.
Have you heard of the Slam Dunk theme song?
Maybe.
The opening.
Maybe. Here, wait. Let me find it. Let me find it. Slam Dunk opening.
That shit is my jam.
It's like me with JoJo. Here we go. Wait, is this the opening song or the opening scene? Give me the opening!
Opening song. You want the song's called Kimi ga Suki da.
Kimi ga...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kimi ga Suki by Shimizu? Or Kimi ga Shimizu... Kimi ga Suki? Slam Dunk. There we go. That's it. Gimme. Oh. Okay, so it is... There it is.
My favorite song. There's so much anime openings in this era that I just would love to play and run. Like this.
Ooh! I like it!
Yeah, do you remember this?
Yeah, I think I do. It's like ringing bells in my head, but it was like way before I really knew what I was like listening to. That makes sense. This is a bop.
Oh my god. I remember when I was younger and then I saw this guy like, oh wow, this art style they're pretty hot. Yeah, old school anime drawing pages is just amazing.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
it's like the classics, you know? Could never move on.
Oh my goodness. That was a delight. You know, 90s animes really have like some of the best. I mean, of course, like there are some really, really good openings and endings nowadays, but like the 90s just really nailed it with some bangers.
I feel like, I mean, look at Captain Sakura. Oh,
Yes,
this song. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, so cute. And Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yeah, you have to just smell them.
Yes. Oh,
Shit, man,
so
that's a song
good.
I've never practiced or sing in the longest time, my god.
Oh my gosh. Do that and then let me know when you're gonna perform it. I will come. I'll come hear you play.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah. Yu Yu Hakusho, hook me in all the sweep stuff. All the Slayers openings are great. Still haven't seen Cardcaptor Sakura, even though I have the series in my on my HHD. Watch it. It's so good. So good. Has Yui ever heard of Your Line?
Yeah.
Yes, we talked about that earlier. Neither of us refused to watch it.
Oh yeah, I don't want to cry.
Yeah. I don't want to feel anxiety or pressure. Because I'm a baby. I'm a wimp.
I don't want to cry. No, goddamn.
What about Free? Not Mr. Free, but
no. I know what you mean. Yeah, please one of those enemies that is very dedicated to the enemy girl lead. Not really for me though, surprisingly. I like them. I like things like them done better. So no, that feels better for me. I didn't like Sweet for some reason.
That's fair. What about Haikyuu?
Oh, Haikyuu's good shit.
Yes, Yui, yes.
My young shut up boy like try his best to like.
He's so good. I love Haikyuu. It's been my long time obsession. Now I want to rewatch Ora High School Host Club. That was a good one.
Oh my god, yeah.
That one.
That's good shit from Clan. Yo, Clan have so much good shit.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh, going down memory lane.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if you heard that. That was my neck. Two big cracks of my neck.
I'm sorry, Mr. Free.
Sorry, Free. Yeah. Sorry. I mean, we still like that you're here. We're happy that you're here.
Yeah.
You just weren't the subject of the conversation for the moment. Yeah. I did actually hear that. Oh, sorry. That was my neck. Yeah. I am Gumin.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I watched Your Lie in April, and I literally cried my eyes out in the last 4 episodes because it was so sad. I finished Finding Paradise.
I'm not gonna make an investment. No.
Yeah. Well, then she's like, I'm not gonna watch it. Then you've sealed the deal for her. She ain't gonna watch it. She avoids the tears. One more question for you.
Hi.
What do you find yourself, or what did you find yourself more drawn to when you were starting learning guitar? Was it still pop, or like, because I know you said you've practiced a lot of like finger percussive, like very virtuosic guitar pieces. Were they more along like the rock genre? Were they more acoustic? Were they more classical in style? What did you find yourself like really aspiring to practice in your early stages?
Back then when I first started in the early days, it was more to the acoustic finger styling. So I was learning really complicated shit like animatic drifting. I still hardly remember the keys.
Wow,
But
wow.
I find myself mostly playing this kind of songs on the acoustic when I first started off. So it was really dedicated to finger styling songs. Then I realized over the years, I grew to learn a lot of anime songs in finger styling. I even have music sheets on them. And I practiced so hard that I could perform them perfectly, but now when I go back, I can't do it anymore because I've switched over to singing and guitaring at the same time. So using my voice as the instrument to accompany the guitar has become my new focus.
Yes.
And it's been working out for me because I feel more, in a sense, I see more results. Yeah, I see more results because I'm able to get the song out there faster, in a sense.
Yeah. No, I understand that completely. And like, I mean, of course it would be impossible to like hold yourself to the same standard of guitar performance if you were singing at the same time, right? Like something's gotta give, right?
Exactly, because you can't finger style and sing at the same time. Holy shit, I tried that. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm playing scales and singing how?
Exactly. Like I just feel like you get one or the other. I get to focus 100% on fingerstyle guitar, or I can sing and play for you at the same time. What would you like? So you kind of have to like pick one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly. Someone will sacrifice one. So to make it not as boring though, instead of like, just for example, let's try. Giving, let's say, the best example is Hotel California.
I love that song.
So Hotel California, you could either do it chord style, which is gonna be something like that. But for me, I usually mix it up with like this. See the difference?
Yes.
It's incorporating a bit of fingerstyling into my chord, so it doesn't sound plain. That's the technique I developed over the years of fingerstyling playing.
Oh, and you're right, because it does like sort of fill in the gaps where else you could like either strum it all at once, play the chord, and then be done with it, or you can just sort of play the strings in a different, like out of order, or what am I saying? Prolong the rhythm, change the timing or whatever. Yeah. So that makes
it's like piano. That's the same thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can either play a chord, you can give an Alberti bass, which is like lowest note, like bass note, high note, then the middle note, and then go back to the high note. So instead of like all at once, you can do 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 do, or you can even do 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 do. So you can as long as you have the same notes of the chord, you can play it in a different order, and you can either fill in the blanks, or you can change the rhythm a little bit, and that just makes it a little bit more interesting. So
exactly, the sensei knows best. Oh, what?
No, you said it first. I'm just reinforcing what you said. Nice. Oh goodness.
Kiss it to you. So you love music. Oh my god. I'm trying to talk to other people again. It was like the alcohol thing. I don't want to be that. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well we finally have hit the 2-hour mark, and you must be so drained by now already, but thank you so much again.
I'm still pretty alive thanks to you.
Oh, nice. Wait, so what?
Sensei Harune.
Oh my goodness, no. Kanpeki seito Yui. Perfect student Yuikai. Yes.
Thank you, Sensei Harune.
No.
I'm gonna call you Sensei Harune because you are a legit sensei. Oh my god.
LMAO. So, quick question for you then. Before we end the stream and we go and we raid some friends, you have a collab later. Who's it gonna be with and what time is it?
Oh shit! What do I? Oh god. Okay. Yeah, got it. So, my collab later, which I totally did not forget, it's going to happen in Singapore time, 10 p.m. So it's exactly about 11 hours from now. It's gonna be with Pending, Troutfan, Justice, Sudian, and the Simp. Right, the fun.
Wait, sorry, who's the Simp?
Yeah. Mukbang. I'm sorry, I mean mukbang. Mukbang. Yes, mukbang. Yeah. So yeah. We're gonna be playing Secret Neighbor. Yeah, Secret Neighbor. We're gonna be playing Secret Neighbor. So I have no clue how it works. I'll probably stream my own perspective as well.
Oh, okay.
And we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you heard that, everyone. Tune in at 10 p.m. Singapore time for some Secret Neighbor.
11 hours from now.
Nice.
Thank you for having me again, Harune Senpai. It was really fun to be with you.
Of course, it was super duper fun. Some Harune
Alright, let's go.
and
Church of Punch.
Yeah.
So, Kingdom of Crunch.
That's okay. At this point, it goes either way, doesn't it? So, それでは皆さん。